This playthrough is rated M for mature.
And now it's time for bonus content. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of
Resident Evil 5.
Isn't it nice having your own announcer for stuff like that? So last time we played the game, we beat Desperate Escape, which was the keep going to the wrong menu. Desperate Escape, which is what happens when Josh and Jill find the helicopter to save Chris and Sheva during the main campaign. So the last thing to do really here is go over some of the other stuff in the game from the extra features that we beat the game in. We'll do like the mercenary stuff just to show it off a little bit. When you first beat the game, you can do New Game Plus, which basically just allows you to take everything you played in the original game and add it to another game. And really the game, you can just play it at any time and any spot and re-go through all these again if you want to at any time. The only time you have to play through once almost fully, and really you don't have to play it fully, is the first time through. After that, you can do each chapter separately to get everything you want, grind for items, gold, and stuff like that. And as you can see there on my total times, I've definitely been able to beat this game faster than when I originally recorded it for. I think the original game was like 6:45 or 48 or something like that. But of course, it does make it easier when you have infinite ammo, which happens when you beat the game. And then you can join games, New Game Plus, item management, you can always do that at any time. But anyway, let's go over the bonus features after beating the game. So, after you beat the game, after you do certain things in the game, you can unlock bonus features, as you can see here. I'll go over them as we do them. I don't remember how to unlock everything. It's just, basically, as long as you beat the game on veteran mode, you'll pretty much unlock everything naturally. So, one thing we want to unlock all the outfits of the game. This is just from beating the game. I think Chris's outfit, Safari, and Sheva's clubbing, I believe you have to just beat the game. And I think Stars and Tribal, you have to get all the BSA emblems. But anyway, they become free to buy, so we can just go and buy those. The filters are basically what changes the look of the camera, like the screen when you look at it. So you got Classic Horror, which sets it to monochrome. Retro, which is sepia. Noise, which has a grain filter on it. Most of these are beating the game. I believe Retro is veteran, I believe. But yeah, just basically beat everything in veteran to unlock all this other stuff. Now what these are figurines you can look at in the library. Chris and Chevy get for free, and then the rest of them, yeah, you just beat the game. So let's go and buy all those. I think I have enough points to buy all the basic stuff anyway. The way you get points in the game is basically beating chapters over and over and over again. So one way to do it is just to choose a short chapter and just beat that back to back over and over and over again. My suggestion is episode 6-2, which is where you fight Excella. If you have infinite rocket launchers and stuff like that, you'll be able to beat it in like 3 minutes or something like that. And the way you get infinite rocket launchers is you have to beat the main story in under 5 hours, which as soon as you unlock infinite ammo for a weapon, that becomes pretty easy to do. As you saw, I got 2 hours and 30 minutes or something like that, and that's having infinite infinite magnum and rifles for Sheva and Chris. So we'll go over all these figurines when we buy all of them. I guess I got bomb off screen. I just wanted to show you, what it costs to buy all of them and stuff like that. This is similar. The figurines are similar to Resident Evil 4, where you could take a look at them. Usually you got those from the gun minigame in that one, so. But in this one, you just get them from playing the game and then buying them in the shop here. Man, I forgot how many figurines you can get in this game. Holy crap. I mean, there are a lot of enemies and stuff like that in the game. Ooh, rare Chris and rare Jill. Good thing you just buy them. Man, if this game was made today, you'd all have to get loot boxes and stuff like that. Now, the infinite ammo stuff, to unlock this stuff, basically what you have to do is you just have to completely customize your weapon and max out its stats during in the item management menu. So as soon as you can't buy any more upgrades for them, you can finally buy the ability to turn infinite ammo on. And you can actually have infinite ammo on for multiplayer games you play with someone else. But who's ever hosting the game is you have to abide by their rules. So if you have infinite ammo in your game, but if you join a player's game that doesn't have infinite ammo, well, you don't get to use it, that type of thing. So I haven't unlocked all the weapons yet. There is a trophy for doing that. Really, it's just a money grind. You can just play through the game multiple times to do that. One of the suggestions is to do levels 5-2. There's an area where you fight like just 2 hallways full of liquors, and they can drop those. I think it's like Crimson Stones or Crimson Hearts or whatever. They're like 2,500 a piece. You just kill that, then you quit the game. It saves the items you grabbed, but it'll go back to wherever the saving point was, wherever it saved at one point. So you just keep quitting, get to that hallway, kill everything, quit, grab the jewels, leave, do that over and over and over again. There's a couple other places you could do that. When you fight Wesker and Jill is another place, because you get the Heart of Africa, which is 10,000 after you beat them, and then you quit, and then you just restart the level over again. So that's one way. Or do the final level where you fight Wesker. You shoot the rock at the top, play as Chris, and you grab the rock while Wesker chases after you, and that's like 5,000 apiece, so that's a couple options. These versus characters are for versus mode. Unfortunately, versus mode requires you to play against other people. I mean, I could play with other people if people are still playing this, but I'm not going to mess with it. But anyway, let's lock all that stuff. And then we could look at the extra content now that we've unlocked everything. Yeah, versus mode, go online. But I don't even know if people are still playing versus online to this day. It's hard to say. Anyway, here's all the extra figures as we play through the game there. There's Chris in his Road Warrior outfit. Mad Max style. Oh yeah, that just tells us how to move it. So here's Sheva in her fairy tale outfit. Very hot. A little Red Riding Hood action there. Very nice. Like her high heels, but yeah, I like the outfit. It's Halloween, or it's actually past Halloween by the time this plays. Anyway, this is Chris's Gatling gun outfit, or I think it's called like Full Metal. Then we got Sheva's secretary outfit. Man, she really wears that well. Well, the Japanese are a big fan of cosplay, so it makes sense. Then we got Barry Burton here. Because of, I think this game came out after Resident Evil 1 had been remade, and this is Barry Burton's Resident Evil 1 remake design. There's Rebecca's design for Resident Evil 1. I always liked Rebecca. Too bad she never, outside of Resident Evil 0 and 1, she never makes an appearance in the games again. She gets referenced, and I think there's a book about her as well, but no one remembers the books. There's Chris and Jill from Lost in Nightmares. Yeah, you unlock that from playing that game. There's Jill and Josh. You unlock that from playing Desperate Escape. These two, you have to, I think, beat the game in professional mode to unlock these figures, if I recall. Maybe I have to beat Mercenaries Reunion, or at least play that to unlock. That might be the case. Okay, let's go to special settings just to look at the costumes that we unlocked earlier. I mean, I already showed them off, but there's BSA's Chris, Safari Chris, Stars Chris from Resident Evil 1, Road Warrior, and Heavy Metal. And then there's Sheva, Clevin. Ooh, she looks a little not as classy. I'm actually not a fan of this look for her, to tell you the truth. She looks kind of garish. I love the tribal outfit. Yeah, I know. I still like it anyway. Business is really good, and Fairy Tale, but I'm a fan of her tribal outfit. You have to beat the game on Veteran, I believe, to unlock that one. Here's the filter setting. I can show you default, classic horror, retro, noise, and then the infinite ammo mode, and then you can choose which ones to turn on. You turn it on and off, and then you just see which one you've unlocked. So, and then let me go over item management to show you the weapons I've got there. So you can buy every weapon in the game. The ones that you can't get immediately, you have to upgrade your weapon. So the M9 3R handgun, you have to max out this one, the M92F. You have to at least get to Chapter 6 to be able to max it out. But after that, you can buy this for 30,000. The Hydra shotgun, you have to upgrade the Ithaca M37 up to max, and then you can buy it at 30,000. The let's see, the S&W M500 mag, the strongest. I think it's actually the strongest gun in the game outside of just using the rocket launcher. Anyway, you need to max out the S&W N29 Magnum rounds to get that. Then we've got the Gatling gun. That one you have to max out the VZ61 machine gun. When you max that out, it allows you to purchase the Gatling gun at 50,000. And then the longbow, you have to upgrade the S75 rifle to max, and that allows you to buy the longbow. The longbow can only be used by Sheva, and the Gatling gun can only be used by Chris. There's They're interesting weapons. The reason you might want to have these first is because they're infinite ammo when you buy them. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to max out the other weapons. But by the time you get them, you already beaten the game. You probably already got infinite ammo for one of your guns already. But I guess the benefit is getting them at that one point. Or if you just want to have fun, I guess. So that's how you do that. And then, let's see. I was going to go over that here in a second. Let me see if there's... I'm trying to remember if there's anything else I want to show off before we do that. I don't think so. So, all right. So let's go ahead and show off the Mercenaries game. And we'll just do a... ooh, no mercy. An original single-player mode for the PC version. There are more enemies in this mode. Yeah, sure, we'll show it off. I'm not trying to do anything fancy. I'm only going to show off like one or two of the levels. I don't really care about maxing it out. And yeah, there's all these other characters you can unlock when you play as well in the mode. Right now, you can only play as Chris and Sheva, but after you play every single stage, the better you do, you can unlock all the other characters. Yeah, you can play as Chris, Sheva, then you can unlock their outfitted versions in this version, like Chris's safari outfit, Sheva's clubbing outfit, her tribal outfit. You can also play as Jill. Wesker is also available to play there. Actually, let's just do, we'll do No Mercy, because why not? We'll do the public assembly. We'll just play as Chris. It's like Mercenaries is like the previous game.
Headed your way now. Until I get there, take out as many enemies as you can. If you defeat multiple enemies in a row, you get yourself a nice bonus.
But yeah, it's basically like the previous games. You basically just fight characters over and over and over again until the timer runs out. You can find time over the place. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much to it. I mean, I've never been very good at the Mercenaries mode. Yeah. I'm not trying to like do really well on it or anything like that. I just wanted to show off the game mechanic and everything like that. So actually, I probably should find one of those explosive barrels just to get a. No. Or I could save the explosive barrels for when bigger dudes come up. See if I can get them all to grind over here. Oh, come on. It won't even let me... Well, that was pointless. I was hoping to, like, kill a bunch of them back-to-back. Ooh, we got a rotten egg there. What that is that I don't think I ever showed that in the main campaign because I never got one. What it is you can throw it at someone to do damage to them. If they're weak enough, it'll actually kill them instantly. Well, actually not instantly. Maybe that's not the word I'd want to use. It does damage to them like a grenade. Let's see if I can show it off. No. Okay. Yeah, give me a second. Let me... Yeah, I forgot I had the shotgun there as well. Actually, I don't remember where any of the time is in this place. Because it's been forever since I played this game, so I don't even remember. It's probably somewhere else in the level or something like that. Oh, there it is. It's kind of funny when you think about it. No, I just switched my shotgun. But yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say about this mode. It's just a fun way to play something a bit different from the main storyline. So, oops, yeah, I forgot that. I was hoping to. I'll try to see if I can find more time around here. It's probably in some of the buildings or anything with that. Ow. Get off me, lady. No means no. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find more time. Oh, there's some right there. And I'll show off the extra Mercenaries mode after this. So, and I want to show off the. He just happens to take forever to get here. Now, I'm sorry. Hit my computer desk. Yeah, I have my computer desk like right next to me, so. That's a nice way to get a few kills back to back, I'll admit. Yeah, I could probably take one more hit before. Ooh. I love the screams of the ladies. They sound like witches, you know. It's kind of funny when you think about it. Totally freaking out, man. Yeah, just shoot you in the face, man. I shot Marv in the face. Now, yeah, I'm definitely not playing this very well, so. And obviously you do have to win or survive. Otherwise you lose out on your score and everything like that. So, oh, there's more time down there. Oh, dang it. Get off me. Okay, these guys aren't, I was about to say, aren't going to let me go, so. Oh, can't even. Oh, there's the guy. I was wondering when he was going to appear. Ah. Better get out of here before. Oof. I just used the rocket launcher on that guy. I don't know. Oh, where are you? Well, too late now, I guess. Yeah, I'll just try that. Yeah, I'm probably gonna. I know you get a ton of points if you end up killing him. I should have saved it for. I was trying to get to him, but I just wanted to kill all those dudes back to back, so it didn't really matter at this point. I'm sorry, I beat the level. You can't kill me now, dude. So, yeah, I only got a B. I didn't think I did very well on that one, so. And then you can earn points and everything like that, and then go on to the next area, and so forth and so on. So, yeah, I just thought I'd show off playing the game, playing the Mercenaries mode. So we got Mercenaries mode, so let's go into the extra content and play the Mercenaries Reunion. So, yeah, we got some new characters in this one, so. Then we'll just do the solo mode this time. So same thing as before. However, yeah, we got we can now play as Rebecca Chambers, Barry Burton, Excella. That's the funniest one, is you can actually play as Excella. I don't know why, that just seems really funny. It makes sense she can be playable because she has an actual model in the game that walks around and does stuff. So it wouldn't be that hard to repurpose it to wield weapons and stuff like that. But yeah, you can use Chris as heavy metal, Sheva as fairy tale, Josh, Excella, Chris, Sheva, Barry Burton. And Barry starts off with magnums, of course he does. And then Rebecca there, and Rebecca starts with a bunch of healing. So yeah, let's play as Barry. Why not? Before we call it.
I'm in a chopper headed to your position now. Take down as many enemies as you can before I arrive. You'll get a special bonus if you defeat multiple enemies in a row.
I think that's supposed to be Jill, I think. So there it is. What is it? What weapon does he actually use in this? Samurai Edge. Okay. Yeah, you can only. That's only available in this mode. It's not actually available in the actual game itself. See, it's got the Magnum, which you save that for the bigger characters, or bigger. Unless I get some ammo for it, then I would say otherwise. But There's a lot more. Maybe I'm just actually actively looking for the timer this time. It usually is better to get the bonuses like super early, so you don't have to like run around and look for it. You can just say, "Hey, I've got it." Not sure what this is. Does he have an attack mechanic? I think it's similar to like Chris and a lot of the male characters, I believe. Oh no, he just shoots him with his magnum. Very nice. Oh, I like that they gave very unique animations for attacking people. Let's run past these guys. I wonder what is behind the. Oh, he just buffaloes him. I mean, he calls it gun bash, but I call it buffaloing because in Western times, if you hit someone with the back of your gun, it was calling buffaloing them. I forgot where that where that term comes from. Like, why do they call it buffaloing, for example? Your guess is as good as mine on that point. Yeah, let's. I don't have enough people nearby to really take advantage of that. But, oh. Yeah, I think they even used the same voice actor from the Resident Evil 1, I believe. Because, like I said, I don't think Resident Evil 1 had been out that long, the remake. So, let's see, more time. Oh, it's combo time. That's why you grab it. Gives you more bonuses for comboing people. So as long as you can combo them, you can go quite a bit of time back to back. Not doing the best on this. It's almost better just to attack like kind of a couple of dudes at a time while the combo is building up. So. Whoops. Oh, okay. Any more people? Yeah, just keep slowly building them up. I mean, I do like this mode. I've just never been any good at it. That's all. I assume you can't actually. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I was lost in train of thought there for a second.
I'll be there in 30 seconds.
I know the. Obviously, the longer you stay, the more different types of enemy appears. Kind of like the. Like the hammer dude or whatever. It's hammer time. Yeah. That guy's stuck. Yeah, I don't want to use that barrel right now. Seems to be a bit easier to like. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting on my rifle. Nah, I was hoping to. I wonder if I found most of the timer things. Ow! Jerk! And yeah, I know. For a lot of people, I haven't actually played the Resident Evil 1 remake on the channel. I need to one of these days. Maybe I'll do it next year or something like that. I don't know. I was dreading playing. Whoops! Didn't even actually mean to hit that either. I was dreading playing Resident Evil 6, to tell you the truth. I'm not really looking forward to that one. Definitely not a favorite. Oops, wrong weapon. Oh god, stay. Ah. Run. Let's actually get into a decent position here for a second. Is there another timer? Oh, never mind, that's something else. Actually, let's just save the magnum for that one dude. Where are you? Oh, there you are. There we go. Ow. Boom. Might as well let it finish, so. Since we're almost done anyway, so.
Okay, the mission's over. Let's head home.
Did you hear that in the background? I got an A. I don't remember. I think the score to get an S is actually like 50,000 if I recall. So I probably wasn't that far off from getting a rank with them. Actually, you know what? Let's we know how everyone else plays in the game. Let's play as Rebecca. Just see what's her combat. Because she did.
I'm in a chopper headed to your position now. Take down as many enemies as you can before I arrive. You'll get a special bonus if you defeat multiple enemies in a row.
Whoops. So she gets a machine gun and the grenade launcher for this one. I didn't even use the grenade launcher in the main storyline at all. And it's a good weapon. I just for whatever reason just never really utilized it. Oh, there's. Yeah, I don't know why I never did. So I guess it's just some weird habit or something like that occurred, and I just wasn't really noticing. Oh yeah, I gotta try to show off her show off. Oh no, it's just the jackhammer. I thought it was the Gatlin gun, or not Gatlin, the grenade launcher. Okay, cool. Yeah, show off her attack. I don't know why that's funny. You know, poor, small little Rebecca. Head cracker, huh? That's kind of not as impressive, to tell you the truth. Bam! Oh yeah, might as well start finding timers around here just to get it a little bit longer. All right. How many different times? Oh, there's one over there. Always keep trying to get those headshots, even though I don't think really pointing upward really does anything in this game in terms of. I was going to say, can I jump? But I don't think aiming upward really increases your chance of a head crit. I don't think in this game. If you didn't mind getting any ammo, this wouldn't be a bad spot to protect yourself, because they all had to climb up to get to you. But that's boring. So. Got more time. Oh, there's some time down that way, so I guess I can grab that. Ow. Take that, scum. I think that might have been all of it. I don't know, unless you can go really far into the... Oh, there's a chicken there. Unless it lets you go into the mines. Oh, it does. Huh. Oh, and they're lit this time because there's no one with the... Let's see. No, there's some healing there. They do the combo most. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Like if they all get backed up in there. See if there's anything else down this corridor. It's definitely different when you have actually the light to see. How far does it go anyway? Luckily, you never get tired. Okay, we've hit the end of this thing. Oh, there's proximity bombs. Huh. Might as well take advantage of the. Oh, I wasn't that close. No. I do like the fact that they let her have, let them, like Rebecca and them, get a chance to kind of be in their own Mercenaries mode. Because yeah, technically you don't in the original game, Resident Evil 1, even in the remake, they didn't add a Mercenaries mode to that game, which makes sense because the game doesn't really lend itself to that very well. So it's a reasonable assumption. That's why they probably why they added them to this version of the game. Because of that. I guess since I'm killing all these guys back to back. There we go. So far, most of these guys will be able to finish off in one shot. At least until we start getting the whoops. if we can get a pretty good combo on these guys. So far, doing pretty well. Yeah, just keep popping into my. Now the only problem is that as soon as I run out of shotgun ammo and the game doesn't want to give me anymore, then we have ourselves a problem. Yeah, luckily the shotgun has blowback, so I don't have to worry about. Whoa! Yeah. We're getting big dudes there. So. Oh wow, one of those bug things. All right, that's gonna be fun. Ah. Fuck you. All right, let's go ahead and just heal. Ooh. Once again. Oh, that didn't do anything to you? Come on, man. Call shenanigans on that. I know you're supposed. You can't actually do enough damage to these guys to kill them outright, but it's kind of annoying to do, actually. Are you gonna come up? I thought the bug was gonna come up this way. Actually, where's that bug creature thing? Can it not actually get to me? Or is it stuck? I think it's... Oh. It's trying to jump and it can't do it. That's funny. Yeah, he's trying to get to me and he can't do it. For whatever reason. Oh, whoops. That's not good. That's not good. Ah. Fudge. Fudge crackers. Woo. Yeah, definitely not the best place to.
I'll be there in 30 seconds.
Wait, did you not get hit by that? What? Yeah, might as well. Yeah, he's trying to jump to me. That is really funny that the AI is so broken that the creature that's supposed to actually get to me can't actually get to me. They should have bug tested this a bit more. Because I swear, I do not remember the PlayStation 3 version being this broken.
Okay, the mission's over. Let's head home.
And I got an A rank as well, so. Alright, that's fine. Let's see. Well, I think we're good on that. What else did I want to show off? Oops, nope, I didn't want to do Desperate Escape again. Yeah, other than that, I think the only thing I want to show off is the library in this game, so let's go to that. So we got files and cutscenes we can show off, so yeah, we can just play all the cutscenes of the game, just in any order, so anything you missed, if you want to see it again, the awesome cutscenes. Nothing really stands out, really, in the cutscenes in this game, to tell you the truth. No, like, really, I mean, really bad moments or anything like that, so I don't know. Maybe seeing the Jill sections or something like that. Got the figures, the ones all I unlocked before, so let's go over those. So we got Chris. Woo, woo, woo. Chris in the main game. Sheva, lovely Sheva. Got Josh. He's going to save our ass. We got Jill and her, with her Legend of Zelda weak point. I still don't like that they turned her into a blonde hair, blue hair girl. I don't know. I like blonde hair, blue hair girls, but I don't know. Just, yeah. There's cool ass Wesker. Yeah, he's definitely different from his original counterpart, that's for sure. Excella, the lovely lady herself, head of Tricell, or one of the Tricella brands or whatever. Got Irving, kind of not really that big of a villain in the grand scheme of things when you think about it. So, got Spencer in his wheelchair. There's Dechant, yeah, it didn't last very long. Dave, another guy didn't, the guy who got killed by the Gigantes. Kirk got killed by those flying creature BOWs. There's Reynard who got his head chopped off. Sorry for him. Sorry, Steve Bloom, or Or Blum. Was it C Blum? I thought it was C Blum. Yeah, I think it's C Blum that voiced him. Majin A. Majin B. Majin C. With a pipe wrench. Majin D. The female one. And she only appears in the town. She never appears again in the games. Weirdly enough, they never reuse her. There's the Cephalo, that bug creature that comes out, introduced in the 4th game. There's the Agitator, or I call him Mike Guy. There's the Tribal Men of the Wetlands. Majin B, where he has the big old comical bomb. I don't even remember that in the game. I guess every time we killed him or they did it off screen or whatever. Archer Majin. Giant Majin, the guy with the tribal mask or whatever, or voodoo mask. Even though they're not, wouldn't worship voodoo in Africa. It's more of a South America, Louisiana marshlands type of thing. Base B with shield. Got the Duvalia, the worst of them, that shell crab-like thing. Ugh, I hate those things. There's the Reapers, those bug things. They were kind of introduced in the, I think 4 had something similar to them, and then there was the bug creatures in Resident Evil 1. The remake had these. I think they're from the Resident Evil 1 remake. I think is a callback to that. There's Big Man Bajini. Yeah, I can see him being a big man. Big man, very very rich man. There's the Executioner Majin, similar to. I'm trying to remember who the big guy was in the 4th game. There was the big chainsaw guy, which was Dr. Savato, which I think was his actual name. Chainsaw Majin. And there's the key on his person there. Very angry guy. Gatling Gun Majin. Yeah, these guys are nasty. Kind of reminds me of commandos, like Africa, in the African armies or something like that. Motorcycle Majin. Ooh, angry. Ouroboros. Yeah. These guys are nasty until you get rocket launchers and they become a joke. But anything becomes a joke with that liquor. I think the only reason they really brought back the liquors, because they weren't in the 4th game, from what I recall. But I think it's because Resident Evil 1 Remake had not come out that long ago, and they kind of wanted to have a callback to that. I think mainly the callback was because you play as Chris again. Because Chris... Well, no, you played as Chris in Code Veronica, so... Maybe it's just because it had been a long time, so... Hey, was it Kepapio or whatever, the flying Majin? The Buchi Kichwa, the spider things. Then we got the Ajuli, the dogs that split their heads open. I wonder if they based this off the Resident Evil movie, because I think the dogs do something like that in Resident Evil, the movie, and this came out after the movie. Not a big fan of the movies, to tell you the truth. Some of the animated ones are interesting, but overall, Resident Evil, for whatever reason, does not translate well into movies, or most people can't get it right for the most part. But anyway, there's the crocodiles. It was crocodiles. I think I kept calling them alligators. There's the Ouroboros Ahiri. That's the what Excella turns into. 39U6. That's the spider thing we fought in Chapter 5, I believe. Popokarimu. Yeah, it's that spider lobster thing, or whatever you want to call it. Nadesu. That's the Legantos. Irving. Transform in his like weird shell form or whatever. Got Chris, Rare Chris, which is his Resident Evil 1 outfit. His Stars outfit. There's Sheva in her tribal outfit. Sorry, folks. I just really like her in this outfit. Sorry. I know. Something wrong with me. Anyway, there's Jill, Rare, in her Stars outfit. But that's not her original outfit. What about that little beret and everything? Boo. No beret. Anyway, Rare Wesker, which is his boss form. And then let's go over the files. So this is the whole files of the game. So let's go over it. History of Resident Evil. Oh, that's going to be a long one. We'll do that last. Let's see. Actually, let's go down back at the beginning first before that. So, actually, almost maybe should have made this library thing its own. Well, this is just a end-all like bonus episode where I just go over all the content. So, let's see. The mansion. Let's see. Albert Wesker. The mansion incident. The tragedy at Raccoon City, Rockford Island, Umbrella's Antarctic Research Facility, and the Umbrella Caucasus Research Facility in Russia. The kidnapping of the U.S. President's daughter. Wait, he was involved in that? Huh. Actually, no. I think his name gets referenced in Resident Evil 4 somewhere down the line where they mention Albert either in a file or someone specifically says Albert. I think it was in a file. I don't think it was straight out said. Oh no, I think Ada. Sorry, it's been a year since I played Resident Evil 4, folks. I know. I think Ada does mention Wesker in Resident Evil 4. I think that's where that reference comes in. So, one man was involved either directly or indirectly with each and every one of those incidents, Albert Wesker. The motivation behind all of Wesker's actions can be found in this current incident in Africa. Wesker had already obtained samples of various organisms and viruses, including the T virus, the G virus, and T Veronica virus, and the Las Plagas. All of these were eagerly and enthusiastically received by Umbrella's former rival companies, who compensated him greatly for each. With wealth, power, and glory, Wesker appeared to have everything a person could ever want. Wesker, however, was not interested in material gains. An all too familiar sense of trepidation continued to gnaw on him, the source of this unease being Umbrella's founder, Oswald Eats Spencer. During his time at Umbrella, Wesker could never ascertain what Spencer's true intentions were. Spencer's extensive funding of the BOW research was unheard of in the field. The whole reason for producing bioweapons was that it could be done relatively inexpensively when combined with a normal weapons delivery system. Spencer's extreme investment in BOW seemed unnecessary. Why would Spencer need such BOWs in the first place? To find the answer to that question, Wesker joined Umbrella's information department. Even after the downfall of Umbrella, these doubts continued to haunt Wesker. To find the answers he needed, Wesker began to search out Spencer. The only problem was that even before Umbrella's dissolution, Spencer had removed himself from Umbrella's day-to-day operations. Wesker had to use every resource at his disposal, all his time, money, and connections, eventually ascertained Spencer's long-hidden whereabouts. On the first night of autumn, as thunder and lightning raged in the skies above, Wesker arrived at the ancient castle in Europe where Spencer resided. Wesker expected the old man to be surprised by his presence, but instead the withered old eyes of Spencer lit up with dark delight as he spoke. "You're back." This, Lost in Nightmares, this is the reference for that. The words barely audible amidst his raked laugh. If Wesker had his doubts about Spencer before, he didn't know what to make of him now. He only knew at that moment that this seemingly feeble old man had been in control of everything that had transpired at Umbrella. Even Wesker's own actions through the years had been controlled and manipulated by this decrepit old man. With this sudden realization, Wesker now knew the source of his anxiety for all those years. Appearing to read Wesker's thoughts, Spencer laid out everything to him. The development of bioorganic weapons was only a means of achieving his true goal, the forced evolution of mankind via viruses. It would be the end of the current form of humanity and the birth of a new superior human race. With this new race, he would build his utopia, with himself as a god on Earth. In order to realize this dream, he required three things. 1. The progenitor virus. Without this key component, his dream would no longer be more than abstract ideas. Once he discovered the progenitor virus, he had the foundation on which all his subsequent plans would be built. 2. The Umbrella Corporation. The manufacture of bioweapons was the perfect method of conducting his research in the progenitor virus. Any profits gained through Umbrella's research were secondary to his true goal. The third thing Spencer needed in his grand vision was Wesker himself. Spencer knew what was required for his utopia. He also knew he'd need a new human race, but what would that new breed of humans be like? Well, the way Wesker looks like, I wonder where he took his ideas for the perfect human race from. The progenitor virus would spur natural selection upon population. That was the fundamental premise behind Spencer's plan. But if the new breed of humans brought about by the selection process were unwilling to share in his vision, then there would be unwanted complications. This fourth stage of evolution would give the surviving humans increasing strength and intelligence, but it would not affect a person's knowledge, logic, or general character. If any indolent or unsavory individuals survived to be a part of this new race, it would be the blight on Spencer's utopia. Spencer was not about to have his vision stained, so he enacted a plan to ensure that would not happen. This plan was called the Wesker Plan, which was named after the chief researcher at the time. According to his plan, hundreds of children born of parents of superior intellect from all nationalities would be collected. If their knowledge, logic, and self-will could not be altered by genetic manipulation, then Spencer himself would instill his values into these children by whatever means he deemed necessary. These children were all given the surname Wesker, and after complications of their indoctrination/manipulation, they were placed into select controlled environments in various locations around the world, even under Umbrella's watchful eye. The children themselves were to be kept unaware they were being monitored. With Umbrella's concealed aid, they all received the best educations available in the fields they pursued. After a few years, one child who showed particular promise was sent to Umbrella's training facility in Raccoon City. This Wesker's child's name was Albert. Spencer was also quite pleased by all of Albert's actions, and if the other Wesker children were like him, Spencer would have nothing but quality individuals for his new race of humanity. Spencer then enacted the second phase of his plan. All the Wesker's children would be administered an experimental virus. This virus was administered to the screen out the more gifted of the Wesker children. Some took the virus on the recommendation of a friend. Others were given the virus as part of their medical treatment. Still others had it forcibly administered to them. Albert Wesker was no different. His partner, William Birkin, gave him the experimental virus and he administered it to himself. This screening process turned out to be a little too selective. Most of the Wesker children died, leaving only a few survivors. Albert Wesker was one of those survivors, and he disappeared shortly afterwards. Spencer was unconcerned by this development. There was a failsafe device attached to every Wesker, Spencer's existence. This was the discomfort Albert had felt throughout his life. All Wesker children were programmed to seek Spencer out, which manifested itself just as a growing anxiety within each of the subjects. Just as Spencer had predicted, Albert soon came to him. Isn't this like weirdly convoluted to make Wesker this big, like a part of this big genetic code when originally he was just a researcher that just happened to betray stars because he needed test data for the bioweapons, and now it came to this. This is usually how writing goes, where it's just something simple and then all of a sudden they have to make someone super complicated by the end of it. It's crazy. Unfortunately, Spencer had made one miscalculation. His failsafe only worked for as long as it remained a mystery. As soon as the mystery was revealed, Wesker no longer had a need to restrain himself. All that was impeding Wesker was a feeble old man on death's door. The right to be a god, that right is now mine. With these words, Wesker broke from the shackles that Spencer laid on him. It was only random chance that brought his former subordinates Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine to Spencer's mansion at that exact time, but Wesker took it as a sign. The weak would always resist the will of the chosen. With renewed purpose, Wesker reflected on his own evolution and the evolution of the human race. After the incident at the Spencer estate, he went underground and used the news of his death to veil his activities. He had achieved his goal of obtaining the virus and capital he needed from his position at Umbrella. Next, he put all of his efforts into bringing his Ouroboros plan to fruition, and thereby setting himself up as a god over the new generation of humanity. And thus, this is the game that ended Albert Wesker, never to appear again. Although, actually, technically not. Resident Evil 6 has something about Wesker, but I'll go over that whenever we go over Resident Evil 6. But I could go over the rest of these characters, but you know what? I think we'll leave it there. If you want to read some of this stuff, I would just either go to the wiki online or just maybe pause when I go through all this. But it's worth playing the game just to unlock this stuff and read it yourself. And yeah, this tells the history of Resident Evil in general. Obviously, this was made before Resident Evil 7 and 8. Even though it's called Resident Evil 7 and 8, I almost consider that a separate canon from this world, even though I've heard it's supposed to be part of the same world as this. But like, if you play 7 and then you play 8, they're so like far removed from like the science fiction of this, almost going into magic, that it's like I almost have to consider those games their own separate universe, even though they're called Resident Evil 7 and 8. I think a lot of fans also consider that too, despite some characters from these games making an appearance in there, one man in particular. But yeah, I think that's it for my play of Resident Evil 4. Obviously, I could do the Mercenary stuff, but I feel like there's really not much more I could add to that other than just playing it. And that's something I can just do on my own time. And I showed most stuff. I guess I could have showed Excel as fighting stuff as well, but that was just more fun to mess with. So, but yeah, that's it for Resident Evil 5. I still find it a fun game. Yeah, it is a weird continuation of the series where they go with it to make it more convoluted, to add more to it. Although I still blame 4 for that, and people say this is where the Resident Evil jumped the wagon, was 5, but I don't know, man. 4 kind of started it, and then 6 kind of took in his own direction. And weirdly enough, those games made a lot of money. So it wasn't until 7 came out that Capcom kept trying to push this type of Resident Evil on us, because there was like Resident Evil, like Operation Raccoon City, and all this stuff that was in line with those. But then at some point, they decided to go back to the old horror games, and that's when it started to shine again, at least by the time of this recording. But who knows what Resident Evil has left. And well, next year like I said, I'll probably play Resident Evil 6 and maybe Resident Evil Dead Aim, and we'll see where we go from there. But other than that, we'll leave it off. So, and leave the series as is. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the game I played, which is